kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Gator. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the point after is good. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for the pass.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for room, it's Tootin. Went to the running game on third down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They'll run for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense is... spinning all over the place.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed it.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. They'll give it to him again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Inside the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Lagway. He's got him this time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him, so that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and proved me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
To throw, it's Flagway. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He looks that one in nice. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Florida, 21. Virginia Tech, 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
Get ready. Set.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Gators want to crank the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. But a little time, lets it go. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hokies!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. The hand to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Skips away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Makes the grab. It's Tootin. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
He'll take it himself. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a second down play. On the ground, it's Tootin. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's drones. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a third. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Dances away from the heat. will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On second down, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
21, Virginia Tech, 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken me in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that?
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Hokies! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, looking at matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They go right back to him.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver shows motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Nothing downfield. He'll check it to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot to the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. The ball squirts free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold up. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The toss to the right. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this 1st down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big time 4th down and shortcoming.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Switch it.
They'll try the run. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll give it to Johnson. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
You start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Now listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Leaves it with the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play and they pick up a big game.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense going all in to stop the run. Slams ahead. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period.
Florida, 24. Virginia Tech, 21.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to get him on the ground. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights, it's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this hooky offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He finds his man. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Drones. Quick strike complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. The quick out. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might as well stick with him. Got room at the 35. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
Using the quick game. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off in style with a 47-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Tootin. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Dropping back, it's Drones. Oh, he wants it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They're lining up to boot it away.
Virginia Tech, 28.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Offense getting set for first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. The handoff to Johnson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Coming up, 4th down.
The Gators send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's...
Before. No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.